Thanks, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. It's brilliant to be able to be here today and present a very short kind of scenario of what we did with the Culture Squad Apprenticeship Scheme in 2012, which was designed specifically for the year of 2012. The Mayor, as you may know, is committed to creating approximately 80,000 new apprenticeships across London in the next few years, widening the reach, creating more skills and jobs for young people, and so this event is really timely. So, 2012 was an extraordinary year, and the Mayor was committed to ensuring that opportunities were created for young people to be part of the once-in-a-lifetime celebration of sport and arts. As a main funder and key partner, the Arts Council's ambition to achieve great art for everyone was core to the innovation and creativity we wanted to bring to this apprenticeship programme and guided the approach we took to how we could use 2012 to add strategic value to the outdoor arts sector specifically. As we developed the Mayor's Outdoor Festival, which was called Showtime, we saw a unique opportunity as we were working across 5 sub-regions in London to build into the staffing structure 5 new apprenticeships who would not only have the benefit of working with the Mayor's office, but with 5 leading arts organisations in the city, 5 senior outdoor festival producers, as well as being part of the London 2012 Festival. When we started out to develop this programme, we really started from scratch. We had vision, but no method. We knew that we wanted to work with leading arts organisations in each of the 5 sub-regions of London, and we knew that these organisations would need to show a commitment to developing outdoor programmes. You'll see on the slide, so there we outline who the organisations finally were. So we chose the Barbican to work with in East London, the Roundhouse in North London, Waterman's Arts Centre in West London, the Albany in South London, and English National Ballet in Central London. And we worked with CC Skills, who introduced us to Lewisham College, who run a level 2 accreditation in live events, which we felt was the most appropriate framework for this programme. And in terms of the recruitment for this programme, we worked very closely with a new direction, really to make sure that we were thinking and working closely with and for young people. And part of that was a recruitment day, which we held at City Hall, where we invited 75 of the shortlisted young people to come to City Hall and participate in a half-day workshop, doing team games and leadership and playing with leadership scenarios. And this helped us to see those apprenticeships in action and to look at how we then further shortlisted. Really, that exemplifies the approach we took, which was to ensure that every engagement that we had with a young person would be both useful and a learning experience for both parties. So how it worked. The Culture Squad programme was coordinated centrally by the GLA culture team. However, the apprentices were then employed and managed locally by each of the arts organisations. This provided them with a full induction into the world of the arts, with in-house training, learning opportunities and pastoral care. And throughout the programme, the GLA encouraged a kind of consortia working between each of the 5 host organisations. At the start of the programme, the host organisations, the Showtime producer and the apprentices all made a contract with each other, which really laid out how they were going to work together, kind of blew apart any assumptions and outlined what the expectations would be. And then they created a work programme, which divided in 3. So one was a work programme around the Showtime Festival, so specifically working with the Showtime producer. Then there was a programme which was with the arts organisation, so developing an outdoor programme with them. And then a third element was their college work, some additional training and some CPD opportunities. And you'll hear more about that from the apprentices in a moment. So in terms of the learning outcomes, I suppose there's just a few outcomes I just want to share with you, some of which are fairly straightforward and obvious, and some of which I think can do with more thinking and more planning. So one was just around induction. I think we found that it's important to appreciate that the apprentices that you select may have had no previous access to the arts. And so a broad induction, not only to the organisation, but to the arts sector is really useful to offer that really rich understanding of the environment in which they're working. Secondly, mentoring. As the apprentices that we had travelled through the programme, they were mentored by the Showtime producer. However, in addition, we saw that there was a real need for a kind of external mentor, someone who they could speak to separately and who wasn't directly involved in the programs they were delivering. And I think this really helped in helping them to build their own confidence in how to approach the apprenticeship. Thirdly, peer networks. As a consortia programme, networks were encouraged between the employers, the producers, the apprentices, and also other external young people's networks. This was achieved both through the college apprentices, but also some external programmes such as the Young Photographers Alliance. This was really valued, and it offered the additional support system and gave some broader context into what they were all going through. The fourth element is strong communications. It's always an obvious one, but it was really absolutely essential that there are regular meetings, that information is shared clearly and carefully, and that feedback is given. I think the feedback in the programme is both valuable and also valued by everybody that's receiving it. The fifth element was about enabling leadership. I think this is one of the most useful parts of the programme because this apprenticeship was all about real-life learning, the learning that you get on working on this job. And what we really saw through all of our partners is that they trusted their apprentices. They gave them responsibility to lead, drive programmes and projects. And it was absolutely essential for them to learn and to be able to make mistakes in a kind of supported environment. And it produced some great results with new partnerships, new programmes, new ideas coming out the other end of it. The sixth learning I think we had was about listening and learning. I think the apprentices that we had were very eager to learn. They wanted to question and they wanted to share their opinions and their ideas. And this is the most valuable thing, I think, for you as an employer. Do allow this to happen and encourage time for this because young people and the ones we specifically worked with bring great ideas, great vision and great leadership, and it can really positively impact on your organisation. And then finally, innovate. I think we really felt that if we were going to do this in 2012, we wanted it to be an extraordinary opportunity for these young people, and we wanted to make it the best experience for them that we could make it. So I would encourage you all to think laterally, connect the apprentices with broader opportunities, encourage them to think and to engage, and make sure that every moment matters. Thank you. And I'm just going to pass over to our three apprentices.
Hi, I'm Ella, and I've been working with the Barbican as my host organisation. This has been a really interesting experience, and I think I can speak on behalf of all the Culture Squad apprentice producers that it has been an enjoyable yet very intense year. Being split between the Barbican and also working with the GLA to assist on a summer like no other, it truly has exceeded its title, and so now I would like to call this scheme a year that has been like no other. My experience of working on a variety of events has given me the confidence to work with multiple partners and has also allowed me to take responsibility to input, lead and manage different roles within a professional environment. One of my first outdoor events this year was the exciting task of delivering the Barbican's East London outreach, which coincided with the Olympic torch passing through Hackney. This involved two completely different sites, Gillette Square, which was called Dance Nations Dalston, which was a day of music and dance with audience participation flowing throughout, and Shoreditch Canal Festival, a site-specific piece animating the canal and taking the audience on a journey. Both held on the same day, seeing both projects through from programming, logistics to delivery was a challenge, but being surrounded by the amount and sheer quality of arts professionals helped me along the way. This is why I feel apprenticeships are so important, to get a hands-on learning experience on the job, which gives you a sense of ownership within a professional environment, meeting professionals and building contacts. To work on Showtime, which was something new and exciting, I assisted my East London hub producer, who also played a valuable supporting role throughout the year. This involved a lot of travelling around London, experiencing touring packages in different locations and working on Bandstand Marathon as our leading community project. This was a nationwide celebration for the close down of the Paralympics, devised to bring life into the disused bandstands to play music simultaneously from 1 till 5 p.m. Covering the East London area, this involved contacting each borough, finding volunteers to become event programmers, supporting them throughout the process to the final event. These are only just snippets of what we have achieved this year. Being able to walk the legacy is something we can all take into our future. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Danny, and for the past 12 months I've been based at the Albany in South London. And I began at my host organisation when they were beginning a period of expansion. They began programming in external places, so not only within the Albany, but also 2 external sites, the Deptford Lounge and Canada Water Culture Space. So that was working across 2 boroughs, Lewisham and Southwark in London. So coming in at a stage where programming was just beginning meant that I was able to input my own ideas into each space and support on the launch events for both. I was given the responsibility really early on, which was great, and it's kind of this live learning experience and the trust and support that you get with it that goes into making an apprenticeship so valuable. I've worked on a number of projects throughout the year, both outdoor launch events for the external sites, the Deptford Torch Weekender, Deptford X Festival, performances in the market, and I took the initiative to bring local people into some of the projects as well, so working with communities and engaging them in interesting ways. I worked with a group of young skaters who became part of a site-responsive promenade performance throughout Deptford called The Odyssey with a theatre company called Teatro Vivo, and being trusted to follow through on projects, shaping programmes, pitching ideas to local authorities, managing budgets, applying for licences and contracting artists. These are just some of the skills that we've worked on this year and executed too. So by doing that, we've gained professional experience in diverse spaces around London, which isn't something many can say while they're training or even very early on in their careers. And that's why I really think that an apprenticeship is a really tangible and unique experience for young people. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Evelyn, and I've been working at the Roundhouse for the past year, and as part of the apprenticeship came training, and I want to talk a little bit about that. So this year for our apprenticeship, we undergone training which involved working closely with the producers, the really experienced producers that worked on Showtime, and this gave us first-hand knowledge in working with people that genuinely knew about the creative and cultural industry and really understanding from a first-hand perspective how this works. Also, this year's experience, we were assigned projects by our line managers and we were given an opportunity to project manage our own projects. This year, the training, project management and the apprenticeship that we gained was included gaining the qualification, studying at Lewisham College and working on a work portfolio that showed our understanding of our past year and what everything we've been doing to gain this apprenticeship. Working closely amongst professionals and experienced colleagues and producers heightened the fact that we were doing a training and we was not completely on our own, and it gave us the chance to really understand that industry a lot more than we could have had we studied it. This is really important for an apprentice to gain the trust of our employers and trust from the organisations to learn how to do things within that sector. You can't imagine the amount of pressure it's been and how much experience we've learned from it. But what was essential is the trust. Someone saying to you, I give you this opportunity to do something you want to do something within the organisation and really manage and hold that as your own. Within this apprenticeship, we also managed to do other bits of training. The training involves so many different elements. It's not just working within the organisation. It's not just gaining a qualification. It's also networking and learning the different elements that go within doing your project. And this is what was essential for me personally, understanding what goes into my own project and not just having an overview. So this year we were able to travel and see a festival outside of the UK and see how festivals work in other countries and in other places. So I really, really encourage more apprenticeships because I think the learning that I've gained this year, I don't think I could have gained first-hand experience and first-hand learning anywhere else. And the trust, again, that I was given gave me the sense of responsibility that I wouldn't be able to get anywhere else. Thank you.